So welcome back. This is going to be part 2. If you haven't seen the intro, go back where we take your Canva file that you send us for a booklet and turn it into the actual piece. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about today is when I usually like to get the Canva file. You could send us a PDF, but there's a few things that I like to check. So to make your life easier from the point of a printer, always go up here to File and then go to Settings and go here, Show Printer Bleed. Here you could see the box expanded differently and you could see this edge, okay? This outside of here is what we call bleed. It's what we need to print and then we trim from there, okay? So this is your bleed area. So I would suggest you turning it on so that you can make sure that your backgrounds, all your images that need to, they don't need to be right up against the edge. They need to be beyond it in this bleed zone, okay? So that is the first tip that I'm going to tell you, okay? The second tip that I like to do is go up there to File, Settings, Add Guides, okay? You need to click on the Custom, and then you're going to change these here. So I usually set it so it's just one column, and you want to make sure gap is set to 0, and the margins I would set to 0.1875, okay? Same thing on rows, 1, margin, and it rounds it up here in Canva 0.19, and you're going to hit Add Guides. This is going to give you this purple line that you see, okay? You're going to want to make sure that all of your important text, important logos are within that border, like down here. I'm going to zoom this in so you can see this, okay? And we're going to go down. We want to make sure that this type is within that purple line, okay? You need to make sure that, like, when this job prints, you know, there is some variable difference sheet to sheet. So we want to make sure we put things inside the safe area, important text, important logos, okay, away from the edge so that when we trim or when the machine moves, all of your important information is nice and safe. So those are our first 2 tips. Turn on the printer bleeds, make sure your document has bleed. And then number 2, add guides and make sure that all of your important information is inside that safe area. Go ahead and click follow. And I promise you, we're going to get to the good part where we start to print, but we're showing you the whole process to go from your Canva file to a full-fledged printed booklet, okay? And making sure that it turns out the way you wanted it to. Thank you for joining me.